Cayaban Pondevida, a freshman student at Northwestern University, taking up Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Level 1, Section F. Today, we're going to interview Dr. Brenda A. Barbero, an OB-gynecologist of Lawag City General Hospital.
I am Dr. Brenda A. Barbero. I am 46 years old and I'm in a government service for 15 years already. So I took my medical studies in the University of Santo Tomas, my residency training in OB-GYN at Jose Reyes Memorial Medical Center, and I started my job as an OB-GYN here in Ilocos Norte since 2012. I had my first job at Santa Teresita Hospital. Then I worked at Lawag City General Hospital for 11 years. And currently, I'm on my private practice.
These are the experiences of Dr. Brenda Barbero across different hospitals in Ilocos Norte.
So, all the answers that I will be telling you is based on my own opinion. No? Disclaimer lang, this is just based on my own opinion, on my own experiences. No? So, with the healthcare system, especially in Ilocos Norte, it is known that there's really a difference between the private and the government sector when it comes to health services. So, we know, it is a given a fact that when you go to private clinics, the services are readily available. So, no questions asked. Once you go to the ER, doctors are available, nurses are available. And in most of our hospitals, private hospitals here in Ilocos Norte, the services are already complete. No? From the ER services to the laboratories, and even to the ward. No? The instruments or the medicines are already complete. So when it comes with the government service, though the government is readily available to provide, there are certain times that nagkamiskulang when it comes to the services and even to the medical services being rendered to them. So, especially here in Ilocos Norte, the number of doctors were less, and especially after the pandemic. So, most of our senior citizens doctors stopped working already, so the burden was left to those to the younger colleagues. And we have at least 2 government hospitals here in Ilocos Norte, the Batak, the Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital, and the Governor Roque Hospital. So the doctors who are working in Governor Roque Hospital sometimes also goes to Mariano Marcos Hospital. So we are only a few in Ilocos Norte. So, most of the problem in our healthcare system is not only the supply, it is the manpower already. Not only with the doctors, but also with the nurses. Most of our doctors are going abroad, so as with our nurses. So, we are left with a handful of doctors and nurses only in Ilocos Norte. So, sometimes, we are being forced to refer these patients from the government to private hospitals and even to Manila. Since we don't have enough available services, manpower already here in Ilocos.
These are the practices that Dr. Barbero envisions in the hospitals of Ilocos Norte.
Based in my experience, especially in my private clinics, most of the cases that I cater every day with regards to teenage pregnancy and even the cases of primary infertility. Given the chance, I want to have that field of OB-GYN, the primary infertility, which addresses hospital, which addresses the problem regarding to primary infertilities, because most of our patients normally here in Ilocos Norte, they have a hard time conceiving. So this is what I noticed. So the only fertility hospital that we have, most of the hospitals are in Manila. So we are referring these patients to Manila. So given the chance, We only have one reproductive endocrinology consultant available here in Ilocos Norte. It will be better. We will be having our own infertility hospital, which will be of help in catering the women's problem when it comes with conceiving. And one more thing is the teenage pregnancy. So actually, when I was in LCGH, I was planning to have the teen clinic. A teen clinic, a part of the hospital, wherein we will be catering these teenagers. We will be talking to them one-on-one on the issues that are being with the health issues that they are facing. Especially, we have an increasing number of teenage pregnancies. So it will be a better plan if we will have a certain teen clinic in every hospital. This will give us an opportunity to talk privately to our teens so that they can open up to us and that we can help them in dealing with the different problems that they have. Not only sexually, with their reproductive issues, but also with their family issues. So aside from the teen clinic, we will also be talking not only to the teens but also to their parents. This will help us build a better communication between the parents and the kids and the teenagers for us to better understand them, what they are going through, and to help them feel better and for themselves and have a better future.
Let us hear her opinion regarding the challenges on maternal health issues.
Maternal health issues, problems that we have in Ilocos Norte is the same as with the national problem, no? The lack of prenatal check-up. Most of our mothers would just come to the hospital for check-up when they're about to give birth. If you will ask them what is the problem, they don't have enough money, enough funds to support the pregnancy. And most of them lang naman, they are single moms. So they have to support not only themselves but also the whole family. So they have a hard time coming and have a prenatal check-up in the hospital. And the same way, we have an increasing number also of teenage pregnancies. We have also cases, 12 years old, they're already pregnant, 16 years old, they're already pregnant on their second baby. So this is a very alarming issue that we have to address, not only here in Ilocos Norte, but as well in the whole Philippines.
Let us hear how she handles multiple hospital affiliations in Ilocos Norte.
I've been in the government service for 15 years and it was only last July 2020 when I started my private clinic, the Andres Barbero OBGYN Clinic. I decided to have this private clinic because during that time, that was the pandemic. So most of my patients are afraid to go to the hospital due to the increasing number of COVID cases. So I really decided to put up the clinic so that I can have a personal clinic where I can meet my patients, especially during the pandemic. And at that time, I was already affiliated in Luwag City General Hospital, in Governor Roque Ablan Senior Memorial Hospital. So at that time, I was from 2020, I was still working at Luwag City General Hospital. So I only have my duty for one day. So at 24-hour duty, the rest I will be staying in my private clinic. Having a private and a government hospital affiliations will give me an opportunity to admit or to see more patients, because not all patients are capable of paying. So most of these patients are still go to the hospital, to the government hospital, because free yung services as compared to the private clinics wherein they have to pay our professional fee. But during the time, I increased I had a number of patients being seen at my private clinics because the ER at the time was closed, because to the emergency rooms only caters those patients with COVID who are COVID positive or COVID patients only. So having my clinic, I have enough time to talk to these patients, and even if they come to my clinic, it will not be automatically na they will be a private patient when they will deliver. So having an affiliated government hospitals, I can refer these patients from my private clinic to these hospitals easily because I know the doctors who are working on the said hospital. So it will be a very easy referring system. I have a private clinic. I can send these patients if they have no enough funds to these government hospitals, and vice versa to my patients who are in the government hospitals who are capable. They will ask me if they have a private clinic, so they will come to my clinic as well. So I'm giving them the options to where they can have their prenatal checkup and where they can have where can they deliver at the most convenient time or kung anong care nila for their funds. I believe serving as a doctor or even a nurse is a great service to everybody. So with the lack of number of doctors and nurses here in Ilocos Norte, I really do ask, especially these nurses that come to the hospital to assist us, that after nursing they will proceed to medicine, because I see that there is really a need to increase the number of doctors and even nurses here in Ilocos Norte. It was really a very great blessing that we have Mariano Marcos Memorial, Mariano Marcos in Bata, who is offering a medical course already. So this will give more chances to us Ilocanos na mag-proceed to medicine, because it is just a 30-minute drive away from Lawag or to other towns in Ilocos Norte. I always tell this to the nurses that I meet every day in the hospital. I encourage them not to leave the country because our country really needs their help. We have to serve our Filipino countrymen, because hindi lang pera ang kailangan natin. We have to look deeper to the meaning why we are in this field. Doctor ka man, nurse ka man, midwife ka man, you can do something to help, to be of service to other people. If we will think lang with the financial aspect, will that joy really be that great? Or mas masaya or mas fulfilling ang pakiramdam mo if you are serving, especially yung mga kalugaran, nagitip kalugaram, your co-Ilocanos here in Ilocos Norte. I hope really that these doctors, our young colleagues, will really stay here in the Philippines, so as with our nurses. Kasi when I ask our nurses, student nurses, why did you take your nursing course? Plan to go abroad. My future dun sa abroad. We already forget the inner na meaning kung bakit tayo nagtitake ng nursing or medicine, because this is to be of service to these people. Mas maraming taong nangangailangan ng serbisyo natin dito sa town natin. How can we serve other people, other nationalities, if yung mga co-Filipinos natin ay hindi natin natutulungan, and mas nangangailangan din po sila ng ating serbisyo, given kung gaano po kahirap ang buhay natin dito sa Pilipinas. So I hope our nursing students, even our medical students, will really pursue and finish their courses and really stay here in the Philippines, here in Ilocos Norte, to serve their hometown. And I guess this will be a great service and a fulfilling one if you will stay here and serve your co-Ilocanos. So I really encourage all our kababayan ito Solsona na if they have any health issues, there's no need for them to go to Lawag. So readily na available ang doctors dito ay Salon at Clinic, Barangay 1 Solsona. your doctors are readily available every day to help you and to cater any health issues that you have. I am Dr. Brenda A. Barbero. Thank you for the opportunity to give my opinion to this project. So I hope you learned something from this interview. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Dr. Barbero's perspectives have profoundly shaped my understanding of women's healthcare in Ilocos Norte. Her experience across multiple facilities in Laoag City reveals how crucial adaptability is in addressing diverse patient needs. What struck me most was her emphasis on how healthcare delivery must be tailored to local realities while maintaining medical standards. Her excitement to implement and build a new hospital that will cater to the different needs of our women and highlighting the importance of continuous learning. I was particularly moved by her candid discussion about teenage pregnancy and maternal issues prevalence in Ilocos Norte, and how these conditions reflect broader socioeconomic factors affecting women's health. Dr. Barbero's approach to balancing multiple practice locations offers a blueprint for maximizing patient access. She transformed a logistical challenge into an opportunity to serve more women, especially those from rural areas who struggle with transportation and financial constraints. Her message to aspiring healthcare professionals resonated deeply. Our oath extends beyond hospital walls. The true healing happens when we understand the communities we serve and adapt our practice to meet patients where they are. Our service is greatly needed now in our country. The fulfillment is beyond what money can give. As I continue my nursing education, I aim to embody this principle of compassionate, context-aware care that addresses not just the immediate health needs but broader systematic barriers. This is Julie Grace Cayaban Condevida, a freshman student of Northwestern University, Level 1, Section F. Thank you for watching!